Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Today's video is going to be a comparison of some pencils that I've got. Now if you saw my what I got for Christmas video, you'll know that I was lucky enough to be bought the Dewent Artists Pencils for my birthday, which is just before Christmas. But I already had the W.H. Smith's pencils. I bought those for myself because they were a lot cheaper, and I wanted some nice pencils to use. So I thought I'd do a comparison video just for anyone that might be thinking of purchasing either of these pencils. They're the only two sets of pencils that I owned, so these are the only ones I can do a review on. But I hope you find it useful. Just also to say that W.H. Smith's is a UK company. I'm not sure if they ship internationally, and I'm not 100% certain if they're in any other countries. I had a feeling they might be in Australia or New Zealand, but I'm not 100% certain. So you'd have to check on, you'd have to Google it, I think, to find out. But I hope this is useful to some of you anyway. Okay, I'll crack on now. Okay, so firstly to say both pencils are wax based. The price for the Dewent set, I had a look, I haven't got a 36 set, so I had a look online, and the recommended retail price on Amazon, it said, was £52.22. I found a set of 36 at Cass Art for £42.50, and I found a set on Amazon for £28, which I thought was quite a good price. The W.H. Smith set are recommended retail price of £19.99. I paid £9.99 for mine, and I did have a look online and they are £9.99 at the moment. So that's the price difference, quite a big price difference. The Derwent pencils are a round barrel, which is a disadvantage for rolling around and maybe rolling off your table and breaking, but they feel nice when you sharpen them, whereas the W.H. Smith ones are triangular, so they're not going to roll anywhere, and they feel a little bit weird when you're sharpening them. But I mean, that's nothing, you know, no big disadvantage, it's just a personal thing. So the Dewent pencils tell you what colour it is that you have. I've got Spectrum Blue, which is 3200, and Grass Green, which is 4700. The W.H. Smith pencils aren't named or numbered, but I've just tried to grab out a couple of pencils that look very similar to the colours that I've got with the Dewent. So I'm going to get on now and lay some colour down and show you what that looks like and what that feels like, try and tell you what it feels like. So let's start off with the Dewent. We'll start off with the green. So I'm just going to lay down a light layer first of all. The paper that I'm using is just cartridge paper from a sketchbook. So what you know, I think it's probably about, I don't know, 120 GSM, something like that. So what you would have excuse me, what you would have in your usual sketchbook. So the Dewent lays down quite nicely. It's quite a hard pencil, but it lays down nicely. So I'm going to do the same with the W.H. Smith. Now, as I'm laying this colour down, I've got a little bit of pencil coming off, but it's laying down really nicely. This pencil feels slightly softer than the Dewent, which might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. It depends on what you're looking for, really. Now I'm going to lay down a second layer and see how that goes down, and that's going down quite nicely. making my layer darker. So let's do the same with the WH Smith one. Yeah, the second layer's going down really nicely. Again, it feels softer than the Derwent, and there is a little bit of oh, what's the word? Not shavings, dust coming from it. So I've got 2 layers down quite nicely there. I'm going to just try and put another layer down and see how that takes. See if it gets any darker. Yeah, so that's a 3rd layer, and that's looking darker. So we'll try a 3rd layer with the WH Smith one and see how that goes. Yeah, that's taken a 3rd layer as well, so that's, again, we've still got a little bit of dust coming off, which I don't seem to be having with the Derwent ones, but considering the price difference, that's quite nice. In fact, that one looks slightly darker than the Derwent, but I think that's just because they are slightly different colours. Now what I'm going to do is try and blend the blues in and see how that looks. So we've got 2 layers on this section and only 1 layer on this section. So I'm just going to go in with a blue over both. See how that looks. It feels like it's taking the colour quite nicely. So let's try that on the WH Smith. Yeah, that seems to be taking quite nicely as well. We'll go in for another layer now and see. And we'll try covering the whole thing with the blue. So on this one we've got, what was that, 1, 2, 3, this would be a 4th layer on the very bottom of the Derwent one. And it's taken that 4th layer quite nicely. You can see a colour difference. Let's see what happens on the WH Smith. Yeah, it's taken it on the WH Smith as well. Yeah, I would say that you know, for a budget set, £10, you know, you're getting your money's worth, I think, because you're able to. I was able to layer 4 layers at the bottom here, 3 and then 2, and I can see the colour differences. With the Derwent, it does feel a slightly better pencil. It's not as soft as the WH Smith. I can tell it feels like there's slightly more binder in the WH Smith than there is in the Derwent pencils. Feels like there's more colour in the Derwent pencils. It might not look like that on screen, but as I say, I've used the colours are slightly different. And although I am noticing a little bit of dust coming away from the Dewent pencils now, I noticed a bit more coming from the WH Smith pencils. But all in all, I would say the WH Smith pencils are a good budget pencil to buy. So yeah, I'm happy with both. So I hope you found that useful. It's only my opinion. I'm not affiliated to Dewent or WH Smiths. I'm not paid by any of them. It's just I've just happened to have these two sets of pencils and thought I would do a review for you guys in case anybody was interested in how either of the pencils perform. So I hope that's been useful, and thank you as always for watching. See you soon, guys. Bye bye.